You see, people of God, many of us desire to rise early, to begin our day with strength, vision, and peace. But we find ourselves trapped in a cycle. We say, tomorrow I will wake up early. Tomorrow comes and we turn off the alarm. We say again, next time. It becomes a pattern. The sun rises, but our purpose remains asleep. The morning passes, but our dreams are still in bed. The truth is not that you cannot wake up early. The truth is that your spirit has not yet risen before your body. To wake up early is not only a physical act, it is a spiritual decision. Your body follows your mind, and your mind follows your spirit. When your spirit is awake, you cannot oversleep. When your purpose is alive, you do not waste time. You may set alarms, you may drink coffee, you may try routines, but until your inner man is stirred, your mornings will remain heavy. Listen to me. Discipline begins where feelings end. If you want to rise early, you must first rise above your feelings. When a man has no reason to rise, he will always find an excuse to sleep. Many people are sleeping through destiny. They wake, but their heart is still tired. They stand, but their mind is still lying down. The weakness you feel in the morning is not only in your body, it is in your heart. You went to bed with burdens, with distractions, with anxiety. You carried the weight of yesterday into your sleep. How then can you wake up light? How can you rise with joy when your soul is still fighting battles from the day before? Sleep is not rest if your heart is troubled. Sleep is not renewal if your mind is noisy. Many people lie down physically, but mentally they are running. They dream of problems. They wake up tired, and they say, I cannot wake up early. My brother, my sister, your problem is not the morning. Your problem is the night. You are not preparing for the morning. You are carrying your chaos into it. If you want to wake up early without feeling tired, you must understand the secret of rest. Rest is not what you do with your body. Rest is what you allow in your spirit. You rest when you release. You rest when you forgive. You rest when you stop worrying. You rest when you surrender. Many people go to bed with anger, with confusion, with noise in their hearts, and they expect peace to come by sleeping. No, peace is not the result of time. Peace is the result of trust. You can sleep 8 hours and still wake up tired because your spirit never rested. Before you sleep, empty your heart. Don't lie down with resentment. Don't lie down with anxiety. Don't lie down with complaints. Speak to your heart before you sleep. Be still. Speak to your mind. Let go. Speak to your fears. You are not my master. Then when you wake, your strength will follow your peace. You will open your eyes, and the morning will not feel heavy. The next thing is purpose. Listen carefully. The body obeys what the mind values. When you have a reason to rise, you will rise. The reason most people struggle to wake up early is not because they are lazy, but because they have lost their sense of direction. When there is no excitement for tomorrow, sleep becomes an escape. But when your purpose burns in your heart, you do not wait for the alarm. Purpose itself will wake you up. You see, when a farmer knows that rain is coming, he rises early to plant. When a man knows that his opportunity is waiting, he does not delay. But when a man does not know what he is living for, every hour feels the same. There is no morning, there is no night, just passing time. Ask yourself, why do I need to wake up early? If your reason is weak, your effort will be weak. If your reason is strong, your body will obey. You say, man of God, I want to wake up early, but I feel so tired. The question is, what are you feeding on before you sleep? Because the food of your mind determines the strength of your morning. If your last thought is worry, your morning will begin with weakness. If your last thought is gratitude, your morning will begin with joy. The spirit that ends your day controls the one that starts it. Many of you scroll through your phones at midnight, filling your mind with noise, comparison, gossip, fear, and then you expect to wake up refreshed. How can your spirit rise when you fill it with distraction? What you allow before you sleep becomes the first voice you hear when you wake. If you feed your soul confusion, your morning will echo confusion. But if you feed your soul peace, your morning will answer with clarity. When you open your eyes in the morning, don't rush to your phone. Don't rush to your tasks. First, rush to your purpose. Speak to your soul. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rise. I will not waste it. Before you step out of bed, give your mind direction. If you don't lead your mind will lead you. And where your mind leads, your body follows. Now, many people think waking up early is about time management. But I tell you, it is about life management. Time is not the master, purpose is. If your purpose is strong, time will submit to you. You will not chase the morning will chase you. Your steps will align with grace. Learn to sleep with gratitude. Thank God for the day, even if it was hard. Thank Him for breath, for lessons, for mercy. Gratitude is the gate to peace, and peace is the path to rest. When you lie down with gratitude, you will wake up with energy. Another secret: discipline your environment. The place you sleep is also a place of influence. Don't make your bed a place of confusion. Don't bring your battles there. Your room should invite rest, not remind you of pressure. Keep it clean, simple, peaceful. Darkness helps your body rest. Silence helps your mind recover. You cannot rise early if you go to bed with chaos around you. Your environment preaches to your spirit. And stop saying, I am not a morning person. That is a confession that locks you in defeat. You are what you repeatedly declare. Every time you say, I am not a morning person. You make it true in your mind. Begin to say, I rise with strength. I rise with purpose. I rise with joy. Speak it until your spirit believes it. Life follows words. Your body listens to what your mouth declares. Sometimes the reason you feel tired is not because you have done too much, but because you have carried too much. The body can handle work, but it cannot handle worry. Worry drains you before the day begins. You have not even moved, but your strength is gone. Lay down your burdens each night. Surrender what you cannot control. Do your part and trust God for the rest. Now listen carefully. The first hour of your morning decides the strength of your day. If you begin your day with chaos, you carry chaos. If you begin with calm, you carry peace. Don't open your eyes and immediately open your problems. Open your eyes and open gratitude. Before you rush to tasks, first align your spirit. The first conversation you have each morning should be with your purpose, not with your phone. People of God, to wake up early without feeling tired, you must reorder your priorities. Nighttime is preparation for morning victory. How you end your day decides how you begin your next. Don't waste the night. Use it to reset, silence your mind, breathe, reflect, plan, surrender. That is how you rise without fatigue. Some of you are not physically tired. You are emotionally and spiritually tired. The reason you cannot rise early is because your soul is burdened. You carry the weight of failures, of regrets, of what-ifs. You go to bed with guilt, and guilt steals your energy. Let it go. Yesterday is gone. Today is new. Grace is fresh every morning. Stop rehearsing old pain in your pillow. Speak life into your dawn. When you begin to apply these principles, you will discover something, that the morning is not your enemy, it is your opportunity. The early hours are the most peaceful hours. That is when ideas are born. That is when direction becomes clear. That is when the noise of the world is still sleeping, but your destiny is awake. The secret of greatness lies in those quiet hours before the crowd wakes. That is when you build, when you hear, when you grow. Don't wait for motivation. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation fades when you don't feel inspired, but discipline stands even when you feel nothing. If you wait until you feel like waking early, you will sleep your life away. But when you decide, when you say, no more delay, no more weakness, no more excuses, your body will begin to follow your spirit. You see, to wake early is to take authority over your day. When you wake late, you chase the day. When you wake early, the day follows you. When you wake early, you meet peace before pressure arrives. You meet clarity before confusion begins. That is why the wise rise early, not just to do more, but to be more. You cannot control the length of your life, but you can control the quality of your mornings. Every sunrise is a chance to rewrite your story. Don't waste it. Many people complain they have no time, but the truth is, time is there. They just meet it late. Rise before the noise, and you will hear what others cannot. Rise before the crowd, and you will see what others miss. Wake up early to pray, to plan, to prepare your mind. Those quiet hours are holy. They shape your destiny. The one who controls his morning controls his day. The one who controls his day controls his life. When you wake early and your spirit is light, you walk differently. You speak differently. You think differently. Because peace is energy, joy is strength, gratitude is fuel. People of God, the morning is a test of self-control. If you conquer the bed, you can conquer the world. The bed is the first battlefield of discipline. Every morning, when the alarm rings, heaven and hell are watching what you will do. Will you rise in purpose or sleep in delay? That moment defines your direction. Stop saying, I will start next week. Start tomorrow? No. Start tonight. Prepare your heart. Lay down your phone. Speak peace over your mind. Thank God for the day. And sleep with purpose. When you wake, don't argue with the alarm. Don't negotiate with comfort. Rise. Stretch your spirit. Breathe purpose into your day. Remember, success begins with structure. If you want a powerful day, begin it early. If you want an energetic morning, begin it with gratitude. If you want to rise without fatigue, go to bed with peace. The key is not found in the clock. It is found in your heart. You are not too weak. You are not too lazy. You are simply disconnected from your purpose. When you reconnect, your energy will return. The same you who wakes up tired for life can wake up joyful for purpose. Purpose gives power. Direction gives discipline. From today, begin to train your body and your mind to obey your spirit. Don't be mastered by comfort. Comfort kills purpose. If you only do what feels good, you will miss what is great. To wake early is not to torture your body, it is to honor your calling. And let me tell you something, when you begin to rise early with peace, the world will notice a difference in you. You will speak with calm. You will walk with strength. You will act with wisdom. Because your day began in alignment, not in rush. The early hours are when destiny whispers, don't let them pass in sleep. Rise early. Not just to see the sun, but to meet your purpose. Rise early. Not to chase time, but to redeem it. Rise early. Not because you must, but because you can. Every morning is an invitation. Will you accept it or ignore it? People of God, this is the truth. The energy you seek is already in you. It is not hidden in caffeine or comfort. It is hidden in clarity. When your heart is clear, your spirit rises. When your mind is at peace, your body obeys. When your purpose is alive, your alarm becomes your friend. So tonight, when you lie down, don't sleep like someone escaping life. Sleep like someone preparing to conquer it. Close your eyes with gratitude. Breathe peace. Surrender your burdens. Tell your heart, tomorrow is a gift, and I will meet it early. And when morning comes, rise not by habit, but by conviction. Rise because you are ready to walk in purpose. Rise because you know your time is precious. Rise because destiny does not wait for the late riser. Wake up early, not tired, but renewed. Not because you slept long, but because you rested right. Rest your mind, rest your soul, rest in peace, not in worry. And when the sun rises, rise with it. That is how champions begin their day. That is how men and women of destiny align with grace. That is how those who walk in light conquer darkness. They rise early, they rise strong, they rise with purpose. You see, many people underestimate what happens in those first few moments of the morning. They think it is ordinary, but it is not. The moment your alarm rings, the moment your eyes open, the battle for your destiny begins. The bed is not just a place of comfort, it is a place of testing. Every morning, your future asks you a question. Will you rise or will you remain? The bed may look soft, but spiritually, it is a chain when comfort becomes your master. The longer you stay, the heavier it becomes. The longer you delay, the weaker your will grows. The morning belongs to those who conquer the bed, because in that first act of obedience, discipline is born, and through discipline, destiny is shaped. You see, the bed does not only hold your body, it holds your habits. It holds your patterns, your procrastination, your excuses. It whispers to you, just 5 more minutes, and those 5 minutes become 5 opportunities lost. The bed says, rest a little more. But what it really means is delay your purpose. Each morning is a test of mastery. Who controls who? Does your body control your spirit, or does your spirit control your body? If you win that battle in the first hour, you carry that victory into the rest of the day. Many people think greatness comes from big decisions, but greatness is built on small disciplines repeated every day. The decision to rise when your body wants to sleep is one of them. The decision to move when comfort says stay is one of them. That is why the morning is so powerful, because it reveals who you truly are when no one is watching. You can pretend to be strong in public, but your private habits will tell the truth. The man who cannot conquer his bed will not conquer much else. When you rise early, you are not just leaving sleep behind, you are leaving delay behind. You are leaving weakness behind. You are leaving hesitation behind. Every time you rise, before comfort commands you, you are teaching your flesh obedience. And when your flesh learns to obey, your destiny becomes unstoppable. Discipline is not a gift. It is a decision repeated until it becomes a habit. The morning is sacred because it demands self-control before the world demands anything from you. It is when no one is watching, no one is applauding, no one is reminding you, and yet you choose to rise. That is where strength is built. That is where vision is fed. That is where purpose gains power. Every successful man and woman has learned one thing. The bed must not be your master. Comfort must not dictate your progress. There is a time to rest, but rest is not the same as delay. Rest restores, delay destroys. Rest refreshes your purpose, delay weakens it. Many people confuse comfort with peace, but they are not the same. Comfort is temporary, peace is spiritual. When you submit to comfort, you lose clarity. When you rise in discipline, you gain strength. The early riser knows that comfort is a good servant, but a terrible master. Look at the people who rise early in purpose. They don't rise because they love pain. They rise because they love progress. They understand that every morning holds the power of new beginnings. The world is quiet, distractions are few, and the mind is clear. In those early hours, you can hear yourself, you can hear your purpose, you can hear God. But when you sleep through it, you wake to noise. You wake into confusion. The early morning is when destiny whispers, but only the awake can hear it. When you wake up early and resist the pull of comfort, your spirit becomes sharper. You begin to see things others miss. You begin to hear direction others ignore. You become more sensitive to purpose. The bed tests not your strength, but your priorities. What you choose in that moment reveals what matters most to you. If you choose comfort, you choose to delay destiny. If you choose purpose, you choose to lead your life instead of following your feelings. Every morning you rise is proof that grace is still working. Each new day is another chance to correct, to grow, to realign. But many people waste that chance because they let sleep speak louder than purpose. The bed whispers, you deserve more rest. But destiny whispers, you deserve progress. You must decide whose voice to obey. The difference between ordinary people and extraordinary ones is often not talent. It is how they treat the morning. The extraordinary rise before they are required to. They show up before the world wakes. They begin before they are asked. That habit builds momentum, and momentum builds greatness. Every morning they conquer the bed. They conquer a little part of themselves. That is why they move differently, speak differently, think differently. They live with direction because they begin with discipline. When you conquer the bed, you conquer delay. Delay is one of the greatest enemies of destiny. Delay kills ideas before they live. Delay kills dreams before they grow. Every time you postpone your purpose, you give fear more time to convince you that you can't do it. Rising early is an act of defiance against delay. It is saying, I will not waste time. I will not wait for permission. I will not let my emotions decide my progress. The morning is the most honest part of your day. When you rise late, you are already behind. The world begins before you do, and you spend the rest of the day trying to catch up. But when you rise early, you begin before pressure begins. You meet peace before problems arrive. You move with clarity because you start from stillness. The early morning gives you time to think, to pray, to plan. It gives you a head start in a world that is always rushing. When you conquer the bed, your confidence changes. You begin to believe that you can control your life because you have controlled your first challenge of the day. You build momentum that carries you forward. You speak differently because you have already won something unseen. The discipline of waking early is not just about time, it is about mindset. It tells your heart, I am in charge. It tells your mind, you will follow purpose, not comfort. It tells your body, you will obey, not command. Many people say, I will start my life when I feel ready. But you will never feel ready. Feelings are followers, not leaders. Purpose leads, feelings follow. The reason the bed is such a powerful test is because it is the first place your feelings confront your decisions. When you decide to wake early, your body will resist. It will beg you for comfort. But the man of purpose understands. Every moment of resistance is a moment of growth. You are training yourself to act beyond emotions. Each morning you win that battle. You weaken the power of procrastination. The same discipline that makes you rise early will help you say no to distractions, no to laziness, no to fear. That is why the early riser often succeeds. Not because the morning is magical, but because discipline is. Discipline is not about time, it is about trust. If you can trust yourself to rise, when you say you will, you can trust yourself to finish what you start. When you wake up early, the world feels still. That stillness is strength. That silence is strategy. The early hours teach you to hear your thoughts before the noise of the world invades. They teach you to appreciate peace before the pressure begins. The man who wakes late chases the day. The man who wakes early commands it. The bed may seem harmless, but every morning it becomes a battlefield for your willpower. It is not about comfort, it is about control. If you cannot control when you rise, you will struggle to control how you live. The same weakness that keeps you in bed will keep you from opportunities. The same hesitation that says 5 more minutes. In the morning will say maybe later to your goals. You must break that pattern before it breaks your destiny. To conquer the bed, you must prepare your heart before you sleep. Don't go to bed aimlessly. Go with intention. Go with peace. Go with gratitude. Sleep is not an escape, it is a preparation. If you end your day in worry, you begin your morning in weakness. But if you end your day with purpose, you rise with strength. The quality of your rest decides the quality of your rise. When you go to bed, visualize your morning. See yourself rising early, strong, clear, ready. Speak it before you sleep. Your words shape your habits. Say, Tomorrow I rise in purpose. Say it with conviction. You are setting a pattern in your subconscious. Your spirit begins to agree. When the alarm rings, it will not surprise you. It will remind you of your decision. There will be mornings when your body feels heavy. There will be mornings when your emotions say no. Rise anyway. That is how strength is built. Strength is not proven in ease, it is proven in resistance. Every time you rise when you don't feel like it, you are building spiritual muscle. You are proving to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. Comfort is seductive. It feels good, but it keeps you small. Purpose is demanding. It challenges you, but it makes you great. Choose challenge over comfort. Choose growth over ease. The early hours are not meant to be easy. They are meant to be empowering. Each morning you wake before the world, you remind yourself that you are not ordinary. Ordinary people follow feelings. Extraordinary people follow purpose. When you wake early, use that time wisely. Don't just rise, align. Align your thoughts, your heart, your intentions. Begin with gratitude. Speak strength into your day. Review your vision. Plan your steps. Pray, meditate, reflect. Those moments of solitude are where ideas are born, clarity is found, and direction is restored. You are not waking early just to be awake. You are waking early to be alive. And remember, discipline is contagious. The more consistent you become in rising early, the more order you create in every part of your life. You eat better. You think clearer. You act faster. You decide wiser. Because the principle that controls one area begins to influence others. If you can rule over your bed, you can rule over your time, your emotions, your priorities. Every morning you conquer the bed, heaven records it as obedience. Every time you rise despite fatigue, it is an act of faith. You are telling your Creator, I value the gift of life. I will not waste the morning you gave me. And that obedience brings favor because obedience attracts grace. Grace flows to those who act with purpose. So, rise early. Don't wait for the perfect feeling. Don't wait for motivation. The bed will always feel comfortable. The question is, will you always choose it over your calling? The morning belongs to those who conquer the bed, those who master their comfort, those who understand that destiny does not wait for the late riser. Rise before the world demands you. Rise before your fears wake up. Rise before the noise begins. Rise not because you must, but because you can. Every morning is a new opportunity to prove that purpose is stronger than comfort and destiny is greater than delay.